Hello everyone and welcome to this class. It is a live class that I am recording for you. And with that being said, I'm excited that you are here. This is a class that I taught on behalf of the California wildfires, and we're donating the proceeds to the Humane Society in Pasadena. So thank you so much for joining a little bit later. Hopefully you enjoy this sequence. It's going to be a nice full body flow, about a 45-minute class, and I'm excited to get us started. We are going to begin today's class in child's pose. So let's go ahead and bring our bodies into child's pose, arms extended long. You're going to tap your glutes back to your heels for me, so long through both arms. And then exhale, lay your forehead down on the earth. Good. And then I want you just to take a moment here in child's pose. It's rather early in the morning for some of us to be moving, right? Some of us prefer evening workouts. We prefer slow Saturdays, or maybe you're really excited to be able to practice on a Saturday morning together, especially on a cold, kind of icky day. Good. Exhale as your forehead softens, your hips soften. Just breathe in and out slowly. Good. And then feel the body here. So here is where I want you to really check in, right? So give yourself the scan, top to bottom. How do you feel flexibility-wise? How do you feel in your low back? How does your neck feel? And then once you kind of check in with each little component, check in from there with your breath. And that's the part of the yoga that really moves us into our daily life, right? So that's the part of the yoga that we breathe in through the nose. We calm ourselves down as we exhale. And we really focus on the ability to be in a place to, calm ourselves down when we need to be calm versus when we're trying to be, or different moments of life that way. So I invite you here, how can you use this breath throughout your week when you're in a space where maybe just taking the extra breath, creating a longer inhale or exhale, can bring yourself back to a calmer state. On your next breath in, I want you to gently bring the body forward to tabletop. So we're going to move up. So coming into the hands and the knees together. And then just give me a little hip bump from side to side. So just move your booty a little left and a little right. Good. And then spread your fingers wide. Inhale, open up your heart, stick out your bum, stretch out through the abs. Keep lifting through your chest for me. Nice. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back. Really create space in the upper back and neck. Tuck your toes and start to just move your hips a little bit back and a little bit forward. So just feel this sensation through the upper back, neck, and shoulders. Good. Untuck your toes for me here. Inhale again, come up through your cow pose. Lift your chest. Maybe you get a little bit more space now. Feel your throat lift up with me. Good. Exhale, tuck the chin and round. Perfect. From here, puppy dog pose. So we're going to extend our arms even further out, like you're trying to reach for the top of your mat with me, okay? And then exhale, tuck the chin, bring it all the way down to the mat. Or not really tuck, tap the chin, and your glutes are going to stay high like you have a happy tail as your rear. Really feel the stretch here, and if this is too much keeping your chin down, your forehead can lay down. Good. Exhale here, slither forward, come all the way to your stomach. Put your hands where your nipple line is, squeeze your elbows in from the back body, press down into your palms, straight arm or bent elbow cobra pose, up to you. Good. Bring your chest up, up, up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let's do that twice more. So your shape may be small or your shape may be large. Come up, 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 up. Good. Exhale, lower it down. And then last round together, squeeze the elbows back and in. Inhale, come up, 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 up. Good. Exhale, child's pose, tap back. So remember, you can return to this pose at any point today. Just letting yourself relax. Let's go ahead and shift to tabletop, tuck the toes. Head into your first down dog of class. Remember, if you have any wrist issues, you can be in dolphin. If it's too much on your shoulders to be in down dog, you can stay in tabletop or child's pose. And then I invite you to reach your ribs back for your thighs. So really let yourself extend long through both arms and then re-knit the ribs back into the core so that you're not hyperextending through that region of the body. And then gaze back at the feet. Head hangs heavy here. Option to keep the head hanging heavy or gently gaze left and right. Add a little bit of rotation through the neck as you stretch out the cervical spine. Good, and then on your next breath in, we're going to carefully walk the feet all the way to the palms, inch by inch, bone by bone. And as we get to the top of our mat, I want you to glide your hands somewhere along the body for your first half lift, so Ardha Uttanasana. Good, Uttanasana is your forward fold. Drop the chest, let the head hang heavy, soft bend the knees here, good. Again, inhale, lengthen halfway up, so chest lifts up, glutes press out. Get long through the spine for me. Nice. Exhale, fold forward with me. Drape your chest over your legs. Let your head hang heavy and just create this nice deep stretch for the posterior chain. So feel the muscles in the back of the legs, your low back. Maybe your gaze is down. Maybe your gaze is back between your knees. And I know for me, if I tuck my chin a little bit more here, the stretch really intensifies along the spine, and I can even feel it in the bottoms of my feet. Soft bend your knees. Slowly rise all the way to stand. So just take your time. Let's take our arms out, up, long over the head. And then exhale, rest your hands softly down by your sides. Good. Inhale, reach up with me. Breath in. Good. Exhale, breath out. Just let your hands come down. Inhale, reach up with me. This time, grow really tall. Exhale, fold forward, hands through heart center all the way back down. Take a nice flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your left knee down. Remember, you can always have blocks underneath your hands here. And then sweep both arms all the way up to the sky, knee down, low lunge to get started here. As your hips sink forward, as you bend your front knee forward, I want you to feel the extension through the spine by lifting the heart. See if you can gaze up to the fingertips. Nice. Exhale, take your hands in a giant circle. Either hold on to your low back or interlace your fingers. Pull your knuckles down your leg. If your fingers are interlaced, hold your low back if you're there, and then take your back bend, lift your chin, lift your throat. Nice. Take another inhale slowly here. Exhale, let's frame our foot in front of us. Three-legged down dog is where we're headed, so pick up your left knee. Right leg is going to float up to the sky together, so three-legged dog. Make sure you're in down dog, right leg is lifted. Bend your right knee and open up your hip for me. Good. Raise your right knee higher. Press your left heel down into the mat. Bend your left knee just enough here where you have a little bit of wiggle room. Raise your right knee higher. Good. Now straighten out your right leg. Beautiful. Release your toes together. Here's our first plank pose. Shift forward. Perfect. Lower just the right forearm. Stay on your high left hand, so your left hand is in line with your right elbow. Good. You're here for 3. Big transition. Listen closely. Side plank on your left hand in 2. Watch if you need to. Ready, set. My right elbow, which is down, is going to float up as my feet come together. Or drop your left knee down if you want to do a modified version. Your right arm should be in the air. Your left hand is down. Good. Step your right foot forward between your hands. Ready, set, go. If you can't get there in one step, take a few. Good. Now just bend and straighten your right leg, so put blocks under your hands if you want to. And then just feel the movement forward and back. Again, use those blocks. It makes your arms longer. If you don't have blocks, you can use 2 water bottles, 2 cans of soup. Hopefully by now, though, if you're doing some virtual yoga, you've invested in some blocks. They can be really helpful. Good. Now pull your hips back. Just hold. Take a nice deep stretch. Let out a nice big open mouth exhale. Again, inhale with me. And then big exhale. Good. Bend your right knee. Step forward. Feet come to touch. Beautiful. Halfway lift the spine. Long, flat back. Maybe you have room to keep your hands down. That's up to you. Exhale, forward fold. Drape your chest again. Perfect. Bend your knees slightly. Rise all the way to stand. Reach your arms high to the sky. Lean back at the top. Good. Exhale, rest your hands down by your sides. Breath in, reach your arms all the way up. Breath out, fold forward, bend at the knees. Good. Breath in, lengthen halfway. So again, long through the spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Good. Lower your right knee. Now you might need to have some wiggle room, so what's comfortable for you? So maybe blocks, maybe your hands stay here. Otherwise, I encourage you to bring your chest up, to reach your chest forward and to elongate the spine. And then remember, your core here is important, so drawing up and in through the core as you reach high. Good, let's take another breath. Exhale, we're all gonna circle our arms. Option, hold on to the low back / top of the hips, okay? Option 2, work the interlace of the fingers again. Work the knuckles down your back leg. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. 3. Pull your low belly in. Bend your left knee forward. 2. Nice. Take another full breath here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then gently and slowly, let's frame our front foot together. Perfect. Pick up your back right knee. All right, 3-legged dog. Ready, set. Left leg floats up and back. Once you're there, bend your knee, open up your hip. This is called external rotation, so you should feel the front of the left thigh slowly roll up. Push down through your back heel, and you do this by rooting down through both palms and pressing, extending through both arms. Your hips are lifting more. Good. On your next breath in, inhale, raise your leg high to the sky. Close the hip, flex your foot, keep your leg lifted for me. Stay strong here. Good. Exhale, take your time, shift forward to plank, both feet come down. All right, ready? Left forearm, drop it with me. Align your left elbow with your right hand. Now here's the deal. The right hand is going to take over all the work for side plank in 3. Prepare. 2. Push. Left arm up. Stack your feet. Drop your bottom knee. You do you. Good. Maybe you take your top arm, reach it over your head. Take another breath. Ready? Left foot lifts, step it through, frame your foot. Now again, you might need to step, aka take your time to get there. Good. Snag those blocks if you need them. And then bend and straighten. Just ease in and out of the lunge. Good. Feeling your energy as you shift from front to back. Perfect. And this should build some heat. Now let's pull the leg back. Let's hold it here. Good. Let's take those wide open mouth exhales again. So big inhale with me, fill up. Open mouth. Nice. Repeat. Big inhale, fill up. Perfect. Left knee bends, right foot, ready? Step up. Hands lift and lengthen halfway, heart moves forward. Nice, fold in. Let's bring our hands in front of us, bring our knees forward, come down to toe balance so you're on the balls of your feet. You can have hands on your blocks or you can keep your hands on your mat the whole time. Maybe your hands come to your thighs or maybe your hands can come to your heart. So try a little balance here. Good. Now maybe your spine gets even longer. You can kind of almost push your knees forward without letting them drop. Hold here for 3. You're going to fold forward in 2. Take one more breath with me. Good. Let your fingertips come down. Ready, set. Legs go straight. Drape your head. Relax your head down to the mat. Perfect. On your next breath in, inhale, stand tall. Get really, really long. And then exhale, let your right hand just start to move down the right leg on the outside of it, not the front, so that you really work this nice long side bend stretch. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep reaching and lengthening, opening left ribs. And then exhale. Let's move to the second side. Left hand slides, right arm rises. Good. Really drive the hips to the right. Reach up with the right fingertips. And then lean left. And then inhale, bring both arms up high. And then exhale, fold forward. You have arrived to your first vinyasa. Let's take a half lift of the spine. Beautiful. Step to plank. No fancy side plank. Instead, chaturanga dandasana, knees or toes. Up dog to cobra. Lift the thighs if you want. Up dog, press into your feet, your choice. Exhale, down dog. Good. Look back at your feet. Relax the spine. Press, press, press through both hands. Knees are soft as you push back. Let's extend our right leg long, reach high. Good, step all the way through. High crescent lunge, so feel free to come up with your hands by your hips. And then inhale, raise both arms up. Good, this ponytail keeps swinging in front of my mic, so give me 2 seconds just to make it not as long. And then we'll see if that decides to stay or not. Arms high if you want to. Hands on hips if your shoulders are tight. Hands at your heart center. All the options are available to you. Good. Take another deep breath in here. And then exhale, bring your chest forward. Reach your arms back and just hold. Good. Relax your jawline, so make sure you're not clenching your jaw or pushing your lips together really hard. And then inhale, bring both arms back up. Come into warrior two, so my backside is turning towards you. You're going to bend your right knee forward. Your arms are long, so really reach from one end of the mat to the other. Good. Settle in by bending the right knee more. And then ready, we're going to straighten this right leg together. Raise your right arm up high. Slide your left hand as far down your left leg as you feel comfortable doing. Good. Take another big inhale. Bend your right knee together, side angle, so feel free to rest your elbow/forearm on the thigh. Or maybe you have a little more room. And then with your left arm reaching straight up, I invite you to keep it there, or maybe you want a half bind. Now, if you have really open shoulders, you're welcome to take a full bind. Make sure the inner thigh of your back left leg is working. 3. Good. Roll your left chest up, up, up. 2. If you're in a bind, reach up with me. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior, but straighten the right leg again, so reverse triangle. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your mat. Spin to the ball of your back foot and stay right here. Good. You may need to walk your right foot a little bit to the right. Left hand stays planted. Right arm rises. Big shoulder stack. Good. 3. See if you can take your right chest and pull it backwards without throwing your right arm back. Nice. 2. And then gently place your right hand down. Lower your left knee. Second time you've been here, inhale, raise both arms up high. Exhale your hands to prayer. Nice. Now twist to your right. So cross your elbow over your thigh. If that's too difficult for you based on anatomy, based on flexibility, based on being pregnant, open arm twist also is great too. Good. Keep rotating for 3. Feel your left hip fall forward for 2. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly come out of your twist by reaching both arms up high. And we'll move into half split. So frame your foot. Walk the foot forward. So move it forward. Keep going. Good. Straighten your leg with me. Now, don't send your hips backwards. If you have more room, slide your right foot forward and then bring your chest forward. And that's going to give you that deep stretch over the right leg to stretch your hamstring. Now, if you have a lot of ankle tension, maybe you run a lot, bike a lot, or you just tend to have very tight ankles, which is common, try to point and flex your right foot if you like to. Nice. Forward and back. Pull the toes back once you've arrived, fold a little deeper. And then when you're ready, we're going to gently walk the hands back, slide our heel back, rebend our right knee. Go back to three-legged dog, okay? So right leg lifts up and back to the sky. Pushing your foot all the way up. Good. Now roll out your ankle 3 times right, 3 times left. And then as we shift to plank, you can keep the right toes lifted for a single leg chaturanga, or you can put them down. Inhale, put the foot down to back bend if you have it up. And then exhale, we arrive in down dog. Now remember, you can stay with me here in down dog, or if you need a hot moment for yourself, maybe you head to child's pose. I'm going to take a nice deep knee bend so that my ribs can hit my thighs. My thighs can hit my ribs, and I can really feel the lift of my tailbone when I do that. And then when I re-extend, it's almost like I just lengthen the muscles in the back of my legs. Good. On your next breath in, let's float our left leg up high. Keep it in alignment. So look underneath your body, see your left toes, and make sure they're facing downward. From there, step through. And again, you might need a couple steps to get there. Perfect. Come into lunge. Arms up. Left knee bends. Feel this stretch in the back right hip flexor. Good. Stay tall here through the spine. Now remember, if your arms in the air feels like too much, you can always gather your hands at your heart, reach forward or down. But really try to push through this back leg. Start to feel the muscles activate. Left knee, left leg, they're easily going to work on their own, but you have to really fire the back leg here. Shift forward. Extend back with your arms and then stay put. Hovering lunge. Good. Your chest is right over your thigh. Your heel is reaching back. Your heart is reaching forward. Your arms are strong. Inhale, come back up. Warrior 2, exhale, so pivot and rotate. There's some movement in the feet that needs to occur, so let that happen. Good. Gaze is forward over your left arm. Left knee is bent, line it up with the ankle, so look at your alignment on your own. And then if your right shoulder is starting to pull forward, pull that baby back using your right hand. You can help yourself out there. Reverse the warrior by straightening left leg. Pause here. Really reach back. Good. Bend your left knee with me, please. Side angle pose is our transition together. Either stack, maybe go further if you want to. You don't have to at all. And then maybe we bind. Again, you're always welcome to deepen the shoulder stretch, to deepen the bind. But it's also based on what works best for you, where you can find the most mobility. Good. Take another breath together. Let yourself smile, even if it's challenging. And then raise your right arm up high. Good. If your right arm is already there, great. And then let's all together come up. Straight-legged reverse. Keep coming, keep coming. Cartwheel your hands. Walk your left foot a little bit left. Spin to the ball of your back foot. Good. Right hand plants. Open up left arm. 3. Stack your shoulders. 2. And then gently place left hand down. Right knee drops together. Good. When you're ready, knee down, low lunge. Number 2 on the left. Come on up. Gather your hands to your heart. Prayer twist to your left. So I'm turning away from you guys as I land in this lunge. Maybe you look left if your neck feels good. If your neck feels really good, keep looking left. Try to look behind you. Choose the direction that's best for you with the gaze so your spine stays long. You're here for another breath. Perfect work. Inhale, transition, arms up high, low belly pulls in and up. Nice. Let's bring our palms down. Let's go for those half splits. So Ardha Hanumanasana, walk your left foot forward. Straighten your left leg. And then again, if you have some more room, wiggle the heel out. And then deepen your fold, please. Good. Feel your chest drape over your leg. Feel your chest reach forward. You could almost kind of like reach with your chin. And then maybe play around with your left ankle, point and flex, bend and straighten. You do you. All right, let's take another breath together. And then you're going to pull your left heel back. Rebend your knee. Transition is that three-legged dog we've been working on. So right leg lifts, left leg lifts, push. Hold it high in the air and roll out your ankle 3 times one direction, 3 times the other. Good. Shift to plank, hovering the left toes or put them down. Single leg chaturanga. If they're up, put the foot down to back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips move back. Good work, guys. Take a deep inhale with me and a slow exhale. Gaze forward to your hands, hop or step forward. Take a flat back, widen your stance. Take your peace sign fingers to your big toes for Padangusthasana. Bend the elbows as you fold forward. Let your head fall down towards the mat. Stretch out the back of the neck. And then tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Keep stretching through the muscles as you fold in just a little bit more. Good. 3. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. 2. One more full inhale here. Nice long lift of your tailbone to the sky. You've got this. Good. Exhale, release your hands away from your toes. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Put your hands on your hips, slowly rise. So really feel the spine stack, 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 stack. Good. Get all the way to the top. And then I want you to roll your palms face forward and just close your eyes with me here. If you'd rather look downward or gaze softly forward, you can. Otherwise, close the eyes, palms face forward. You're standing in Tadasana mountain pose, and you're just kind of feeling the effects of the practice within the body now. Physically, you should feel warmer. Your heart rate should have elevated here and there throughout class. And then maybe muscularly, you start to feel the sensation as you hold a lunge a little bit longer. But within the body, check in inside and see if you are able to calm down any of the sound in your head. Open mouth, let it all go. If your eyes are closed, blink those babies open. Bring the feet together for me and then gather the palms to heart center. Raise your left knee up in line with your belly button. So really try to lift your knee high. Engage your core as you lift. Exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh. Start to bring the sit bones back and down, working into a figure 4. Option to stay here or make it a bigger balance by reaching the hands back. Or make it a bigger stretch by lowering closer to the shin or even bringing your fingertips to blocks or the mat. So that's going to take away some of the balance, but it's going to add in a great stretch. Keep your left foot flexed the whole time so that way you're protecting the deep bend of this knee. Good. Keep holding. 3, 2. If your hands are with me, bring them to heart center. Good. Raise your left knee up tall. Exhale, pass through warrior three, pause, and then keep going, right, both hands down, standing split on the right leg. I invite you to start with balance. Bring the right hand to the right calf muscle. Pull in and down if you can, which is going to help you push through the left hand and lift the left foot higher. Hold it, 3. Lift up, 2. Exhale, seated spinal twist. Bring your left knee behind your right leg and have a seat on the mat. So your right leg is crossed over your left leg. Good, and then gently sit and twist to the right. Now you can hook your elbow, you can just hold it with your arm, it's up to you guys. But rotate, rotate, rotate. And I'm gonna look down here, but it's up to you guys. But if you look down, you're gonna stretch out the back of your neck a little. Good. Take another big breath. And then we're gonna bring double pigeon into play here. So rotate and face forward. Your bottom knee is gonna slide forward so it parallels the front of the mat. So knee, ankle, put them in alignment. And then stack foot and knee on top. Do not bring them in for half lotus. Keep everything stacked. If this is not available to you because you are an ultra tight human, you can also extend the right leg instead. Fold forward there. All right, you can also sit on a block, a blanket, a towel, a bolster, which is going to, I'm going to kind of initiate that sensation. It's going to push the hips forward and down. Because if you see my knee right now, it's a good distance from my foot, right? It's like, oh, she's really tight. Now, the reality is if I were to sit forward more, look at that, my knee just got that much closer to my ankle/foot. All right, so just take your time. Feel yourself move forward. And again, you can stay upright because this might be plenty for your hips. This might be plenty for your knees, to be honest. And then maybe you can walk it out. Good. Couple more breaths. Check in again. Each inhale, each exhale, slow it down. And then bring your torso to an upright position if you're not already here. Uncross your feet. We're going to take a seated forward fold. Don't worry, we're going to stand up. We're going to do everything again, but we're going to pause here, both arms up, both legs straight, and then fold forward as far as you'd like to. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders as you do. Good. Draping your chest forward. You're going to take 3 more breaths here. It's okay if you want to bend the knees some. That can be super helpful in this pose. Maybe instead you try to bring your chest further and further over your legs, so really working the fold. Take another big breath in wherever you are. Good. Slowly and carefully sit all the way up. We're going to sit back and cross our shins. Transition downward facing dog. So option here, shift forward to plank, take a vinyasa. Option to stay in down dog, your choice. From down dog, after your vinyasa, or if you've already been here, look forward. Walk, step, or jump to the top. Halfway lift the spine, stick out the bum, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward with me. Good. Inhale, reach up, rise up, stand tall. Arms up, eyes up, look up. And then pull your hands to your heart. Good. Raise your right knee up with me. Inhale. Exhale, right ankle is going to cross over your left thigh. Sit back into figure 4. So right away, you should intensify the stretch here in the right glute. Option to stay, or again, we add balance here by extending the arms back. Or we deepen the stretch, which I personally prefer, which is getting a little closer to the earth. You can actually do toe balance in this pose. It's pretty challenging. But you get into it from toe balance. You don't really get into it from here because it's very difficult. But you can use some blocks to help you. But don't worry, we're not doing that today. Take another full breath in. Good, and a full slow exhale out. Now take your time. If you're on the earth with me, bring the hands back to the heart so we're all in a balance. Bring your right knee lifted. Try to stay tall. If you fall, that's cool. Just get right back into it. Pass through warrior three. So exhale, hold it. And now bring both hands down. Once you do that, ready? Right leg is now going to lift above hip height, aka above your L shape of warrior three. I invite you to try to bring your left hand behind your left leg as you lift your right leg higher. Can you let your head fall closer to the mat? Can you lift your right leg more? 3. Good. Keep lifting. 2. Push down as you lift up. Come on, find more room right here. Nice. Both hands come down. Right knee crosses behind. Have that lovely seated spinal twist. And again, maybe it was a crash landing, maybe it was floaty. And then twist left. You can cross your tricep/elbow or you can hug with your arm. Gently place your opposing arm behind you because you really want to get your shoulder directly behind your other shoulder, twisting through the midline. Exhale, option to tuck the chin to the chest. What that does, again, is intensify the stretch of the neck. 3, rotate. 2, and then exhale, double pigeon, so face forward with me. Slide your bottom right leg forward. Ankle, knee, line it up. Ankle stacks directly on top of knee, knee stacks directly on top of ankle. Now here's the deal. Should have said this on the first slide. If you're new to yoga, this is a really hard pose if you're a tight human. And even if you're not new to yoga, this is a really hard pose if you're tight in your hips or you have knee stuff. So again, maybe instead your left leg goes long and you just work from here like a seated figure 4 almost. Otherwise, keep it stacked. Remember the block underneath your glutes or some other object, shift forward. Well, I guess not some other object under your glutes, but a blanket, a block, a towel, and then push forward. Good. And then maybe walk your hands out. Good. You want it to be cozy under there to support your tail as you shift forward. Good. And then again, as I start to move my body forward, I can feel my left knee get closer and closer to my right foot. 3. Good. And again, if this was a longer practice, this would definitely be a pose we could stay in for at least a minute, if not more. Not 5, but 2, 2.5. Slowly bring your spine all the way to an upright position. Good. Exhale, both legs out in front of you, number 2. Good. Now, this time, take your hands to your thighs. Give yourself a little bit of love by just kind of bringing your fist up and down the legs where they're tight. Sides of the shins, not on the bones. That's not going to feel lovely, so avoid the kneecaps as well. Good. Maybe hit slowly into the low back, glutes. And then inhale, fingertips by your side, sit up really straight for me. So this is your Dandasana, this is your staff pose. Arms come up too. And then exhale, fold forward, second time, last time. So this is your Paschimottanasana, your forward bend as your chest reaches forward and down. Good. 3, 2, and then spine rises on 1. So here's the deal. I'm going to lay on my back, but if you want to cross those shins, flow through one more vinyasa, do it. If not, then just join me by slowly starting to make your way onto your back. Bringing yourself down when you're ready. If you're flowing through a vinyasa, you'll get here when you're ready. Pull those knees in and let's just rock it on our spine from side to side. You'll get a little bit more love for your low back if you're not doing an extra push-up. Good. Keep hold of the right knee. Extend your left leg all the way out, please. Half happy baby on the right. So you're going to hold the outside of the right foot. Bring your right knee towards your right armpit and extend your left leg long. Good. Hold there. Deep stretch. And then you're going to take your time. You're going to let your left hand take over. Pull your knee across the body. Come into a supine spinal twist. Opening your chest from the right side, gazing right. Feeling your knee cross over the body. So really taking your time here to feel the movement, to let yourself roll away from the twist, but also into the twist. So right knees rolling to your left, and then your torso, your gaze is rolling right. Let out a nice exhale. Gently shift back to your back. Hug your right knee in slowly, please. Exhale, switch. Left knee is going to float into chest. Right leg's going to go long on the earth. Good. As you do so, you should feel a little bit of length here through the right hip flexor. And then grab hold in the outside of the left foot. Let the left knee come to your left armpit. And then again, deep stretch here. One foot to the other. Left knee reaching down towards left armpit. Good. Exhale, can you pull your shoulder blades down? Your head and neck should be fully relaxed. And this is where, based on your body, you might need a block under your head. You might need something supporting the back of the head if laying flat is not good for you. And then you're going to allow the right arm to take over. Move your hips slightly to the left. Pull your left knee across the body to your right. And then from there, let your left arm reach away. Try to open up your left chest and shoulder. Good. Creating space as you twist away from the midline of the body, opening up through the chest. Maybe even closing your eyes at this point here. Settle yourself back to center, bend your knees, plant both of your feet on the mat. We're going to ground our palms right alongside our hips, and I invite you to gently elevate your hips up as you push down into both feet. Come into a gentle bridge pose for 3. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, come up a little higher for 2. Exhale, peacefully lower all the way down on 1. Bring your palms to your thighs. Try to give yourself that little stiff arm feeling. And as you push your hands into your legs, open and close your knees a little bit. And just kind of see how that releases a little bit of tension. Good. We're going to gently pull both knees in. And as you do, I invite you to push both feet up to the sky. So just start to feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then you're going to grab hold of your legs. Maybe you can only grab the hammies, which is fine. Maybe the calves. Otherwise, grab all the way up to the ankles and try to lift your tailbone a little bit as you pull your chest towards you. Good. 3, almost like you're folding in half. 2. And 1. Release into Shavasana. Close the eyes if that's okay. Let your legs go long. Let your arms rest, palms face up next to you or down if you prefer. And as we feel settled here on the earth, we started forehead down in a little ball, child's pose. We end forehead up, heart up, taking in, receiving through practice, and now in this position to offer and give to the rest of the world around us. And a nice, cozy space to feel the effort of all of our work, which is to learn, crave, and enjoy the stillness. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Take another full breath together. Let the breath come out of the body. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your time, full body stretch, creating length as much that feels good for you. Bringing your knees tightly into your chest. And then rocking, rolling, however you'd like. Come up to seated. Sit up nice and tall together. And then bring your palms together at your heart. I appreciate each one of you that wanted to be here today to join us in this practice, to give back, to move together. And hopefully that loving energy the rest of the world can feel a little bit more. Thank you so much for joining. I hope your body feels lovely, your day ahead is relaxing, and your mind is a little more quiet. Let's bow forward. Namaste. Thank you guys all for joining, and have a great rest of your day.